Hi folks, Mark Victorsen from Pacific Golf Club. Just thought I'd show you a couple of new releases that we've just got here at the Pro Shop at Pacific from Titleist. The new 8/16 hybrid family, a H1 and a H2. Now a much more friendly shape, I think a much more rounded toe, not quite as blocky as the old model hybrid, and from all our testing showing that it's quite a bit easier to hit. The H1 has a much lower centre of gravity, gives a really high ball flight, which for the slower swing people are just fantastic. And if a player is looking for a driving iron type flight, a real club to use perhaps on a narrow par 4, the H2 hybrid, much higher centre of gravity, much more penetrating ball flight when you hit it. So that's the new hybrids. We've also a new family of irons, the MB, the CB, the AP1 and the AP2. They've got a high density tungsten now inserted into the heads, particularly the AP1, I guess for the average club golfer, just fantastic. Very strong lofts. We were looking downstairs at the data on the clubs, and they've got a very, very strong pitching wedge. But what's happened, as they put the tungsten into these heads, they've put the centre of gravity down lower, so even though they're very strong in the loft, so the ball is going to go quite a bit further, with the tungsten weighting, that very heavy tungsten mass down in the bottom part and out on the perimeter, not only is the sweet spot bigger, but it launches quite a bit higher, so it's strong and high. It's been pretty exciting that people have had a fit with this already. The AP2, somebody was up hitting them before. I'd like to say it was me, but as you can see, a lovely spot right in the middle of the club where they were impacting. Same sort of idea as the AP1, tungsten weighting to just spread the mass around the head. And even though that's a very traditional looking club, not a lot of offset down through the leading edge here, it's very, very easy to hit. And again, off-centre hits, that's where we're really starting to see the technology go. All the clubs, right out of the middle of the bat will produce a good flight, but all these new generation clubs with this tungsten weighting, etc., it's just made the performance out on the perimeter of the club so much better. So if you want to come along and see us here at Pacific, come along, organise yourself a fit, try some of this brand new stuff. The AP2s, etc., come also with a shaft that is quite unique in that the weight of the shaft gets progressively lighter as it goes into the longer clubs. So again, another great benefit and features, because the longer clubs, they can make them a little longer, a little lighter. With that perimeter weighting in the head, I think they're just a marvellous thing. So come along and give them a hit.